What's more dangerous than a truck with faulty brakes? It's a driver who thinks everything's fine. In this video, Industrial Nexus compiles some of the most unbelievable failures of trucks and heavy equipment, where complacency turns the construction site into a battlefield. The distance from the base of the pillar to the edge of the pit is the boundary between control and loss of control. Here, that boundary has been crossed.
अरे अल्लाह रे उठा भाई उठा उठा उठा
In just a moment of lost control, a 20,000-pound tree plummeted straight into a residential area. Everyday work instantly turned into an unpredictable and dangerous situation.
Helemaal verkeerd. Godverdomme. Vuile klootzak als je dat niet kan varen. Oh, God. Vuile. Wat is het? Roemeen, Paul? Wat is het?
Can you believe it? A 125-year-old brick mansion weighing over 400 tons is rolling down the road like a giant vehicle. This isn't a movie. It's a real engineering feat. Batu Jomba is not just a steep slope, but a real challenge for every driver. The overturned Colt diesel truck made the rescue operation tense every meter of the road.
Такой маленький город заполонен машинами, да?
Ух ты, ебать!
О, Господи! Вова!
The engines roared, smoke billowed, and traction exploded. Team Evolution transformed the anniversary celebration into a captivating spectacle that kept the audience glued to their seats. A dump truck parked right at the edge of a pit with a heavy load behind it is an extremely risky setup. This is a clear warning to all drivers working on construction sites. This is no mission for the faint of heart, transporting a 300-ton load through tight curves and under low bridges. Every meter forward is a perfect combination of strength and precision. Tatra bikes possess great traction, but on this terrain, John Deere leverages a different advantage. The tires act as anchors, keeping the bike stable and transferring power more efficiently. Winter roads in Yakutia are only safe within their permitted limits. Overloading has turned icy roads into dangerous traps for countless trucks. On steep and rough terrain, an excavator, this is no longer a routine lifting operation. It is a direct confrontation between machinery and gravity.
Just like I said it would.
This isn't a circus. This is real life. A dump truck, a familiar maneuver, and an unpredictable outcome. What exactly is behind the truck that transforms an ordinary job into a breathtaking stunt that leaves viewers on the edge of their seats?
But it's clear. Wait, it's going up. No, that's ooh, yipes. Well, at least the crane's on the.
Thằng Thái ở trên túc trên cao. Thái nó xuống được rồi. Tàu đâu tới?
The mountain pass was still there, the curves were the same as always. The only thing that changed was the overloaded cargo. When the load was no longer within safe limits, all driving skills became meaningless. The result was an inevitable rollover.
Holy shit. You held it. Oh my God.
In Prayagraj, India, a truck was loading heavy cargo onto a boat when an accident occurred. Fortunately, everyone was safe, clearly demonstrating that in construction and transportation,
Oh my God! Pull the log at there. Kevin, Mama, Dubai, listen. Hey, hey, Dubai, Dubai, listen, Dubai.
imagine having to move a section of a refinery weighing hundreds of tons without any room for vibration, without a restart button, and with every meter of road potentially becoming a fatal hazard. That's exactly what CJICM's HL1 convoy is facing in the Basra refinery upgrade project. When the icy road became slippery and treacherous, this large truck quickly became stuck, completely losing control. But the Zaklift team, with their heavy lifting equipment and extensive experience, gradually took control of the situation, made precise adjustments, and brought the truck back to a safe position.
Hey, we are pulling up to a jackknife accident right now. And this is nasty, nasty slick. So we want to do a bit of a lift. I might have to back up a lot closer so I'm lifting more than pulling, depending on the truck's going to stay still, but actually maybe not. ideally. I'm very happy with how okay.
Once again, an accident occurred while using a crane to lift a sign. And the familiar question arises, why do accidents like this keep happening?
This one holds the Guinness World Record for the longest, which was done on Blackwall Promenade. 400.
The operator was very lucky and calm enough to keep the tractor on the road surface. This is a stark reminder that when working near steep slopes, the line between control and disaster is sometimes just centimeters. This rescue serves as a stark reminder, never trust the ground just because it looks dry. The surface may be fine, but the soil beneath is a completely different story. And that's the most dangerous trap. Smoke begins to rise, indicating that the engine is being overworked. This is a clear sign that the more it tries to free itself, the higher the risk of failure. In such cases, stopping at the right moment is often the wiser choice than continuing to strain. They had conquered notorious trails like Mistake Creek and Gunshot Creek, but when faced with the next flooded section, all their familiar advantages seemed to vanish. At this point, nature began to speak, presenting a new challenge where their seasonal skill and experience were pushed to their limits.
it.
At one of the most modern scrapyards in Germany, technology not only serves speed, but also aims for a cleaner environment and smarter processing. The Senebogen 8130EQ clearly demonstrates that the future of the recycling industry lies not in working harder, but in working smarter. Oh my God, unbelievable. Like, the space was cramped, the car was long, yet the driver handled it so smoothly, like turning a small car. Absolutely amazing. In such a harsh environment, the equipment doesn't need to be overly modern, but rather durable, resilient, and properly operated. And it is the understanding of the terrain and practical experience that are the decisive factors in completing the job safely. Don't rush, don't overexert yourself. Every small adjustment is made at the right time and with the right force, ultimately completing the job perfectly. This is no longer about whether the machine is powerful or weak, but about how humans utilize it. With heavy loads, a technically correct lifting plan and a safe pivot point are not options. They are necessities.
You're not scared, lad? You're not scared?
The trucks roared up the slippery slopes where mud swallowed the wheels in seconds. In Brazil, this wasn't just a transport. It was a head-on confrontation between machinery and nature.
You.
During the monsoon season, many roads in rural Nepal turn into dangerous traps. Muddy terrain, landslides, and steep slopes make every journey a serious risk, especially for heavy vehicles like dump trucks. You think this is the limit of recklessness?
Did you see that? One wrong move while loading that tank onto the trailer and it went tumbling down right before our eyes. Oh dear Lord, one nasty slip, and that excavator came crashing down like it had a grudge against the planet. One blink, boom. Two steel giants gave in, and just like that, chaos came crashing down from the sky. Thank God. As the crane came crashing down, roaring into the water like a furious beast, no one got dragged into its wrath. Don't let disaster strike again. Double-check safety and load limits before starting, or regret it when it's too late. It's utterly jaw-dropping to witness that truck engulfed in flames. Thankfully, no one was injured. Whoa, what just happened? Out of nowhere, the truck plunges into a sinkhole and you can feel the shock in the air. Seriously? Tried to rush up the trailer and boom, straight off and rolling like it forgot how to tank. Well, gravity always wins. That excavator tried his best, but it turns out rock climbing isn't in the job description. Poor truck driver. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes right that moment. What a nightmare. Let's stay safe, folks. This moment, like you, are facing Grim Reaper. On December 25th, 2023 in Dexing City, a small truck carrying pine oil suddenly caught fire while on the road. The driver quickly headed to the nearest fire station for help. Firefighters saw the flames from a distance, raised the barrier, and guided the truck to a safe area. They immediately deployed 2 hoses and attacked the fire from both sides. Within minutes, the fire was completely extinguished.
What the hell is this? What's going on here? Okay, watch it, watch it! Shit!
Unbelievable. It hit the construction site like a thunderstrike. Everything shook like an earthquake just rolled through. The giant crane lost its balance and suddenly collapsed, shaking everything around. I hope everything is okay. Slow down, guys. Looks like this machine needs balance, not force. And now just a touch and it will fall down. With all eyes watching, the sloppy handling sent the tank crashing down in pure embarrassment. No saving face after that one. So many eyes watching, yet still rushed and dropped that giant tank. Maybe tone it down next time, yeah? The tree was massive. The crane looked like a toothpick. Of course it toppled over. What did you expect? The sound of failure. You can almost feel everyone holding his breath as everything comes crashing down. Success and failure, just a blink apart. One fall and everything came crashing down like it never stood a chance. Goodness. The excavator lost control and crashed to the ground with a deafening roar. It was a heart-stopping moment as it tumbled over. First thing you see, the crane doing a wheelie like it's waving hello to the sky. Come on, check your load next time. This kind of greeting ain't cute. Wow! This John Deere skidder hauls massive logs through tough terrain like it's nothing. This is proof of your greed. If you take too much wood, it will lead to overload, and as you see, this car will perform circus with only 2 rear wheels. Damn, that hurts to watch. So stubborn behind the wheel, and boom, the whole rear wheels dropped like they were trying to escape the mess themselves. Forget Mission Impossible. This truck just laughs at danger and speeds through a rushing river as if it were a normal drive. It seems that this driver did not pay attention to what was behind when reversing. Just a little carelessness could have caused the car to flip over. Oh no. Just when things seemed under control, the machine tipped as the weight shifted.
Ganjal.
A tense moment. The truck lost balance on the hill, and in a flash, it was over. Oh my God. The heavy logs shifted, causing the truck to lose balance and flip over in a terrifying instant.
Primo!
The crane lowered gently like a silent farewell after days of tireless service. Rest well, you steel warrior. I truly appreciate this test. It's a bold move toward ensuring safety for everyone in the future. Look at that, a controlled collapse. Maybe it's the first step toward building a stronger, better bridge. One thunderous boom and down it goes, the whole stadium folding like paper. Farewell, old icon. Make way for something new. One whoosh and boom. The roller coaster that once stole our breath now crumbles in seconds. A dramatic end. Thanks, God. Fortunately, the driver quickly got out before the truck hit the water. Oh dear. This bulldozer tried to test the water's depth but got stuck. Thankfully, the excavator came to the rescue because no one expected this to happen. Holy moly, I can't imagine what was going through the driver's mind when he decided to stop right on the hill and not use the handbrake. It is heart-wrenching to watch a bulldozer fell into a ditch, but luckily everyone was safe. Oh my gosh. Looks like this tree is angry and cost this guy a fortune to fix his car.
It ain't even a foot tall. Nice, yeah.
Just when you think the plane is safe, the crane decides to drop it, shaking everything around. The operator misjudged the load and overextended the boom. The weight shift sent everything tumbling.
Пойдет, пойдет, пускай.
I didn't expect such a situation to happen, but the most amazing thing is the calmness of the workers. This wood transport accident turned disastrous in seconds. Thankfully, no injuries, just a huge log mess to clean up. He looked like a novice driver. And I'm sure an experienced would never dare cross this bridge. Godness. Watching it flip over gave me a heart attack. Heavy machinery always makes things interesting. That log looked like it was determined to give the driver trouble. Luckily, everything was fine. Oh man, brought the column down and it went straight into the power lines instead. Nothing to say but ouch. This footage is incredible. The dramatic collapse of the crane and the huge dust cloud it created is truly terrifying. The crane barely got into position before the armored vehicle tipped it over. Whole thing crashed hard. I just froze. A horrible sight that I don't want to see. Thankfully, the driver escaped the vehicle just in time. That's incredible. This must be a driver's nightmare. Busy day at Barcelona ports. At least no one got hurt. What more can I say besides excellent? In the end, those thin ropes stood no chance against the colossal weight of the 40-ton crane, snapping under the pressure. The truck collapsed in just a few terrifying seconds. Fortunately, the man escaped safely. Watch as the Cat 535 pulls off an impressive wheelie with a massive load of timber, defying gravity for what seems like ages.
video.
In a shocking twist, the tow truck in Norway lost control and crashed, but thankfully everyone escaped unharmed.
Helvete, så skjedde?
Unbelievable, his strength is like something out of a legend. Thank goodness for his power.
On the garage.
Oh my God, I think this was clearly a mistake somewhere in the execution.
Joe. You all right?
Is everybody okay?
Yep.
My God, when the excavator sank, luckily the operator kept his cool and managed to stay dry. This bulldozer powers forward with unstoppable force, plowing through anything in its path with sheer strength.
Para balancearlo. Mira cómo te pica. Voy con un carrito ahí con esta esa y otro al otro lado y otro al otro lado. A buscar una cámara porque ya tenemos una cámara. Yo me iba a meter, pero no se bien. No la chifles, no la chifles. Sí. Bien. Regresémonos bien.
Poor men. They lost everything just because of a little carelessness when carrying overloaded goods.
Ó a cagada, ó a cagada, ó a cagada.
Oh God, didn't he think about the height of this tractor? Oh my God, the two cranes blew up and crashed down from the hotel rooftop like a thunderstrike. Made me want to faint. Oh Lord, one wrong swing of the tail and the whole line of cranes came crashing down. An unbelievable sight.
मेरे छुरी से बोला था कोई अल्लाह खैर पूरी तबाही हो गई यार ये क्यों
Holy smokes, the ship hit and the containers tumbled like there was no tomorrow. Oh mama, the tank crawled up the trailer, then tumbled down like a runaway wrecking ball. No joke. The crane was working smoothly, then suddenly collapsed. Can't help but feel secondhand frustration. Weak body can't hold a heavy head for long. Always mind the weight balance or it might all come crashing down. Taking it down beforehand was a smart move. Just look at it, barely holding itself together. Come on, driving with the boom up and smashing straight into the bridge. It almost looked comical, like the back legs just gave up out of nowhere. Thank goodness everyone walked away safe. Hard not to feel a bit nostalgic, watching the coaster track come down like waving goodbye to an old thrill. We came to admire the aircraft, not a pile of twisted metal from a botched lift. Hey, next time secure it properly before working. Dot puts a live driver in a 58-ton sand truck to try out their truck out of control. It's a nerve-wracking moment, but the results? Absolutely impressive. Radical maneuver with the tri-train. This is what we call pure adrenaline. Godness. The tank sped so fast that all I could see was a pile of dust and scrap metal. A jaw-dropping moment captured on dash cam as a Norfolk Southern train derails. But fortunately, no one was hurt. Holy moly. Always secure your cargo and vehicle. It's not only the law, but also necessary for everyone's safety.
¿Pero qué le pasó? ¡Oh! ¡La sangre de Cristo! ¡Santo!
Oh God, it's sad this. Thanks to God, it was material loss. Fortunately, it did not become serious. When the wall came down, it felt like an angry tsunami was coming. A feeling of fear, but also excitement. Oh no, must have been a gut-wrenching moment for the owner. Like The operator knew and seemed like he was trying to reverse, but it was too late. Glad he's okay. The crane collapsed and leaned onto the roof next door, crushing one side like a pancake.
Right, crappy situation right there. The trick is when the machine catches on fire. No.
Thankfully, the operator acted quickly, got out safely, and called the fire department.
The motor!
Now everything is under control.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
If the driver hadn't gotten out of the car soon, things could have been much worse. Seeing the tractor trailer lifted up so easily like a toy really got me excited. Well, it seems like this truck decided to take the shortcut by plummeting straight off the cliff. Fortunately, everyone is safe. Clearing trees just fine until the arm went too far and the crane flipped like a circus act. Hearts dropped faster than the boom. That was some lucky break. A clean drop with no damage and no injuries. Could have dropped over the railings. I will give that an A for this. The crane at the port suddenly collapsed, crashing down like a dry tree in a storm. Well, at least the boat is in the water, but the crane doesn't seem to be doing very well. The driver seemed to have gone a bit overboard with his assistance, turning the rescue into a disaster. Sure, these high-risk jobs might come with hefty paychecks, but is any amount of money worth dancing on the edge of danger? Genoa Bridge in Italy blown up in 6 seconds, gone in a cloud of dust before you blink. The sight of a water bomber responding to a car accident is epic. It's unbelievable. Everything is exactly T40, durable tractor, cool, and a dramatic power struggle, all of which excites me. What Without an experienced tractor driver, he managed to get out before the machine sank to the bottom. I really admire the driver who drove that truck. He used his experience to cross such a fast-flowing stream. Four mighty cranes ganged up, yet still lost to one chunky steel roll. Yeah, gotta admit, that was a weak flex. Once again, the load's a beast and the lifter's a feather. Can't say I'm impressed with this operation. Not sure if that building's still in service, but the way that crane smacked into it felt like a full-on slap. Recovery's not gonna be easy. Totally reminded me of the gym. Tried to lift too much, then collapsed hard. Gotta admit, it was kinda hilarious.
Cadê o motorista? Cadê o piloto?
Well, that's it. Cable snapped and boom, one container down the drain. Boom. Crane and an entire bridge span plunged straight into the Don River. One of those moments you just go, wait, what just happened? Tried to lift the excavator, but the crane snapped like a twig. Instead of strong, it just broke for real. Cables snapped in a blink and the 1A-9 DG diesel generator came crashing down. Luckily, no one got hurt, but man, that drop was heart-stopping. The crane collapsed like it just gave up on life. Nothing to do but stand there and stare in shock. A tower crane came crashing down at a construction site in Ulan-Ude, and the whole thing was caught on camera. The winding tracks came crashing down one by one under the claw of the excavator. A dramatic farewell to an era of screams and thrills. Wow. I've never seen that done that way, but he definitely earns his pay. Never seen a tractor that did not smoke when carrying a heavy load over such terrain. Kudos to the driver and the tractor.
Memang ada tiada dia. Mulai. Oi, betul. Yeah, I'm taking a video.
For a minute, I thought he would just roll up the truck and it would land hard and have the front axle destroyed. But no, what a professional driver. The Moxie MT-41 overturned, leaving everyone breathless. Thankfully, the driver made it out safely with quick teamwork. It's like witnessing a live-action superhero moment, but instead of capes, it's all JCB power stealing the spotlight. This driver is crazy. He drove such an experienced one, he loaded it under the hood and got into trouble. Witness to this driver struggling in the mud gave me a headache.
Бля, чуть-чуть не хватает. Бля, ты двигается же. А, его сносит, видишь? Леша ты. Все, стоит.
He really thought he was getting out of there, but actually got sink deeper.
Да ну, Леха.
Wow, did you see that? The wheel literally came off. How scary.
Контроль разметки. Ограничение скорости 60 км в час.
So lucky no one got hurt when the bridge collapsed. That kind of impact could have ended way worse. Whoa. I think the truck was out of control. Luckily, everything was fine. Well, I understood correctly that their goal was to drop the crane. But they exceeded it.
7 since they started moving.
Watching the crane fall like dominoes and the sound of the metal clanging together like a bell was quite creepy. A simple lift gone wrong. This crane accident shows just how quickly things can spiral out of control. Trains is like, this truck is driving me crazy. Oh God, it looks like it's plowing snow. Whoa, that'll freak me out if I was one of the passengers. Worst landing I have ever known. Oh, are these men trying to save or cause more damage? What a fool. looks like someone seriously overestimated the load. Hold on, folks, that truck driver is smart and lucky. He gave me a heart attack.
Not looking at.
Oh my godness, just a little carelessness and the car would have flipped over. How lucky.
Bemper depan agar mobil tidak jumping saat akhirnya mobil ini dapat melanjutkan perjalanan.
Oh dear, the rescue mission didn't quite go as planned. Whoa, this driver was so careless that he didn't notice the barrier in front of him. My God, the moment the crane fell was like my nightmare. It was horrible. To talk about a bad day, this guy is the perfect example. I assure you this is his first and also last day of work.
Oh, Jesus, oh, shit! Whoa, whoa!
The tricycle could not bear the weight and collapsed straight into the sewer. An unwanted moment. Wow. Now everyone's got a 50-mile detour just to fuel up. Godness. What a dangerous. The spare tire that was poorly attached fell out. I'm glad the driver's cargo didn't spill. Thank God, so lucky. Oh God. Waving was no use. The only way he could stop the train was to call the railway. It was so dangerous, luckily the driver stopped in time to rescue. God bless these drivers. Wow. It seems that this is exactly how everything was planned. Unload by simply turning it 180 degrees. I really like the way the driver dropped the logs so skillfully. A dream moment that I never thought of. The flames burst out of nowhere. No one knew why. Luckily, the driver made it out. Next time, don't take chances. Imagine you are sitting on that trailer. It is nothing less than a horrible nightmare when it flips over. tough break right in the middle of setting up for a big event. The structure collapsed, but as long as everyone's okay, that's what truly matters, right? One moment. Felt like the world detonated into chaos. My heart raced as I watched that collapse unfold. Seriously? That flimsy bridge couldn't handle a concrete truck. Don't be that reckless again, luck runs out. Whoa, wait a minute. What am I looking at? The weight of the rock made this car unable to stand. It's horrible. That truck tipping was like a movie scene, but the way the excavator works to rescue the driver was so impressive. The crane snapped and came crashing down, nothing to catch it in that wide open sky. Welp, so long, buddy. Guess lying down was easier, huh? The cable snapped in a flash and everything came crashing down. But thank God everyone made it out safe. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Dropping any load isn't good. Dropping a big machine like this in such an environment. No words, really. Climbing higher, seeing only sky ahead, guided by your spotter's voice. What a great. Once it started collapsing, everything looked paper thin. Thankfully, everyone got out. That's what matters. Watch this beast of a machine take on an oak tree like it's nothing. Nature never stood a chance. Wow, witness that excavator struggle against the strong current made me admire the operator. I think the wheels will need chains to keep them from slipping. Kudos to the driver. That must have been a freezing nightmare. I bet the bill for rescuing that truck from the ditch was as icy as the weather, both literally and figuratively. These trucks are going through some real trouble. It seems like a competition to see who can survive the most difficult terrain. Wow. When luck fades, skill and experience take over, turning a risky moment into a triumph. End of video. If you like this video, please leave a comment with number 1. If not, please let me know by number 2. Thank you for watching.